Hi, I'm Beezy, and it is April 15th, hey, 2022, and it's day 33. And actually, the 15th, no, I guess it was the 14th. I was going to say, I thought the 15th was the day I gave my notice, but it was the 14th. Anyways, um, today was a good day. Actually, it ended on a fun, well, it hasn't ended yet for me. I've got a bunch more work to do, but the in between the job ending and then me gonna go do some work now. I had a nice conversation with Sheila over at Corona Rising, and we did a live and um, talked about stuff I'm up with in the business and things that people can already take advantage of on the site and stuff that's coming, including a really cool um, it's ways to play with your superpowers, and it's a lab of sorts. So we'll have assignments and what things we'll do and out fun to play, and so there'll be kind of targets to tune into, feel into, get a sense of, hear, see, smell, all sorts of things. So testing out your sensory array, learning how to tune into specific things. You can do other, and there'll be kind of play things for other things you can do yourself, but it'll be a group. And then I'll every week, one of the assignments, I will actually go and video live at that place or whatever, and then everybody who's signed up and playing in the lab will get that, and they can get a sense of um, how they did, how are they reading their own interpretations, how are they reading their own telemetry, how are they do they more apt to visualize, are they more apt to get a feeling, so people can really play with it. And then so they'll be kind of rolling it off and on, so as people come into that first one, which is really helping you learn how you're playing and how you're, because you've got amazing gifts and you're using them all the time, but most people just don't realize it. And you can go, hey, that's what I was picking up on, or whatever it is. And then I'll do it where there'll be others that are more finely tuned for people who say, okay, I know I've got this and I want to learn how to, like myself, get my videos to come in more, or I want my strategic intuition to come in, and I want to get my whole multidimensional intuition going and online, and whatever those different things is, we'll play with those and see how people um the fun thing about the a small group of people is that the energy is now this amazing energy that we're all playing in, and it's supporting us and really helping us to do this. I've been guided that it's a really good time, fun time for us to get our superpowers online, and this would be a helpful way to do that in group, in play, and with focus. And so we can prove it to ourselves by looking at some of the different assignments, and right there, was the experience, and so on and so forth. So anyways, that was fun. We talked about some other stuff, and it was just fun to catch up and visit and have a live call and step out of the job, difficult day at the job. One of those days that makes me go, aha! This is why I tendered my resignation. This is why I'm not thrilled about it, but I don't mind living in my truck, because that's more of a life, even though it's temporary and constrained, than what I've had here, and no longer going to allow myself to be diminished. So anyways, um I am, my tiny house seems to be fuller than it ever has been, because there's all this stuff and boxes, and it's the porch is, anyways. But in all of my creative superpower madness, there is a process there. I have something I need to finish first before I can start packing again tonight, and that is actually I mentioned this in a couple journals, video journals, a while ago, that I got together with two other land alchemists, and we did put together a activation and a clearing, and it's retrieving soul retrieval, just an example of one of those. And so the three of us played together. That was fun, and so I need to just put the video together. We're gonna I need to put our names in there and just a little bit of editing stuff. So as soon as I have that out, I'll let you know. I should be finished with tonight, and then everybody will just check and make sure that I didn't spell anybody's name wrong and it's all the way they want it, and then we'll go. So the next day or two, maybe Sunday, maybe there's something about Sunday and Easter, and not the religious holiday, but the whole energetic around that. So, anyways, and I'm just thinking, one of the things that, as I said yesterday, that I packed the front. Well, I set up the inside of the cab. So the back seat now has false floors and my big duffel bag with my Irish sweaters. A friend had a great idea which saved my Irish sweaters, my Irish sweaters from not being mine anymore. And so it's a nice cushy false floor, and so it's raised up and it's pretty flat, and it's not hard like the steel in the truck, but now the dogs can walk on that and lay on that, and the car refrigerator is on the far side of that, so that's all rigged up. And then the front seat, Rose's travel carrier, is her special thing that's not too tiny, is there. And then photography, so all that's ready and will stay there. The back, I'm figuring out how to do that, and I've got components that I'll start packing tonight. I'd like to have like a kitchen and maybe some kind of wardrobe thing and a little pantry, and so everything's going to be I'll get some doll size food and figure that out. I'll put it all in and test it, hopefully. Maybe we'll say Sunday night. Hopefully it won't be raining after work and I can do that. And then I have to take it back out because I had to wait a couple of weeks before I could retighten the bolts that hold the truck shell down. And so I can't have anything aside from the little bed platform and stuff in there to get in our way when my friend's helping me pull that out so he can tighten all the things and then put it back in. So a little bit of a drag, but at least I get to test it out. And this is as soon as we're kind of pushing it a little bit, it's as soon as I can get to tighten that span. So definitely by Wednesday, I should have the back all situated and packed. And the last things will go in, when I'm ready to leave. But everything else, that's going to stay in there. It'll just stay locked, and that's bigger. Hey, it's going to stay there. That's my bedroom and my living room and my dining room and kitchen and all of that stuff. So that's where it stays. And then I can, my intention is, and so everybody, please help me hold this intention and send me energy, clear, positive, to get this intention is this weekend, is to get everything organized on the inside so that I've got everything packed and ready and I can test run it out there. And then I can really just spend the next, say, from Monday through my last day of work, which is Friday. Birthday, yay! On working on my business when I'm not at work. And I actually have a little bit of time off next week. That's just regular time off. So my intention is to have everything sorted and packed by Sunday night. So come Monday, even with some job work there, I can start doing more and get some of these great ideas, like I just talked about, the lab and energy, playing with your superpowers, and start to get this up, my light encoded photography, all those kinds of things I need to put some mechanism in so that it can be displayed, the photography and that kind of stuff, so that I can play and you can come see what things are interest you. And there's different ways to play at different levels. So if you would send all of your happy, expansive thoughts and get her done thoughts, so that I can have a little ampage up on my intention to have that, so that this is a big work weekend and a big packing, organizing, sweeping the floors clean, clearing out, weekend. And then Monday, I have the last week of work, with a little bit of time off, regular time off in there, and work on my business, inspired in my business. And then at the end of my last day of work, then I have 3 PTO days because I had to quit in order to get my paid time off that I'm supposed to get. One of the reasons I'm resigning. Anyways, and then I go off in my on my amazing chariot truck, Berlin, and we'll head on to the next little stop. Oh, and a note here that the 26th, the day I leave, April 26th, I leave in the morning. I'm going to my friend's cabin for a little bit of time, which is a very lovely exchange, that I manifested to me. And on that night, on the 26th of April, there'll be a New Earth Community Porch Live, the first one on the path. And it'll be 5 to 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. So I'd love to have everybody come and play, drop by for the whole time, a little bit of time, whatever it is. And it's just, if you haven't come to one before, they're fun. It's just hanging out and everybody flowing in conversation. And I'm sure there'll be all sorts of energies and other things that have amped up even more than they are now, even more than at the full moon on Saturday, tomorrow. So anyways, so I would say today it was a little bit of a lift day because, yeah, I've been burning the candle at, I don't know, 52 million ends, but I'm making progress and I am upbeat, and it isn't winding down in the 40 days the way I thought on some levels, but much better on other levels. And I have, even in today when the job was frustrating and annoying and hard, not the work, but the politics of work, my knowing just came right in and said, look at that again. That's why that just got changed or withdrawn, or I'm not going into any details, but that's why that was reneged on, we'll say. And because this is better coming through, this is a pure, cleaner way to do it. And so it was very helpful to have my soul and my master guides giving me these just a little hint of a knowing, and I could feel it and notice it and then go off on that exploration, and see it. And so it's happening faster and faster, and it is the energies that are doing it. It is for everybody. It's also the commitment. So when you decide what it is that you really want and you're no longer willing to settle, and whether it's a tiny thing or a medium or a big thing or everything, we have the capability right here. We don't need to go find it. We just need to give voice to it and commit to it and honor it and love and trust us and the whole process. And when some beings, say, hey, what can I do, or can I help, or let me give you a virtual hug, or whatever it is, accept it and connect with it and be in co-creation with yourself, your heart, your soul, and yourself and others. And just keep taking that heart deep breath, when something comes that is not the way you imagined it, or not something that seems to fit, or that seems that it's breaking down, or got reneged on, or something kind of went off the wheels. Just go, Feel into your knowing, be in your heart, trust, and take the next step. Because we're taking it anyways, or you're taking it anyways, or I'm taking it anyways. If I go to right, choose the step, choosing. So, anyways, there is so much cool stuff happening, and there's absolutely no reason if you're not enjoying your work, your business, your life, whatever's going on, you can fix it, and you can fix it now. Better than fixing, because you'll totally reimagine it and totally recreate it, um, in simple ways and stick to it ways. And I'll say it again, now is the time to do it, because your life, everyone's life, is going to change absolutely completely. And if, depending on how things flow, and whether there's big jumps onto the spectacular, there may be, but um the transition there, things here, financial, the central bank, it's gone. So anything that's tied to that, any kind of monetary systems, assistance, resources, anything, stops. And yes, there are other things coming in, and yes, there's a flow, but it's perceptually, it's going to be a stop, and visibly and tangibly and emotionally and in physical ways, it's a stop. And it can keep going right away in a new way. What I'm saying is play into being, moving forward yourself. Don't wait for that stop, that full stop of the unwinding to go and shatter you, right? Move forward now. How are you going to play with that? How do you want to play? How do you want to play with that? And start having conversations with yourself, with your soul, with your guides, with all that you are, with your heart, and move forward in that now. And then you'll be already in momentum. So moving through the transition and the transformation, and you won't be hitting a hard stop. You'll go, oh, okay, I see. Oh, all right, got navigating. Okay, cool. Because it's right here. It's it's right here. And it's really, I've been guided to ask to emphasize this today, just to play with that idea, to think about that, to realize that, yay, the old is unwinding and unbinding, but there are things attached, and one has attachments to that, even if they don't like it, the systems and structures and how at least that works for them, or kind of. So how are you going to flow through that? And love your heart, trusting you're amazing. So trust your amazingness. I'm trusting my amazingness. I can do it, you can do it. And I'm trusting it on every way, shape imaginable, with my three beloved family members, which I would do anything for. So I'm trusting it. Ah, yeah, you want to come on camera? Come up here. They can't see you. Come here. Yeah. I'm trusting my soul and my heart with my friend Keegan. Yeah. Hi. Yeah. So trust yourself. We can do it. We got this, right, man? Oh, there's the other one. Yeah. There's a baby. So I love you. Play tomorrow.